Alex Hall, Systems Accountant at City of York Council, and SIPFA Student Network Christmas Quiz Winner 2024. Welcome to Icebreaker. How are you this morning?
Morning, yeah, very good. Seems a bit strange to be talking about Christmas though in April, but yeah, I'll hang on to that for as long as possible.
Well, you better win next year, I guess, if you want to keep it on there.
I'm hoping I won't be a student next year.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, if you're good at winning quizzes, let's see how good you are answering icebreaker questions, shall we?
Okay, let's have a go. Are there any Christmas themed ones?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have had a shuffle through, but I kind of haven't. I don't really know what questions are in there, if I'm totally honest. So, right, let's go for it. Can you give me a number between 1 and 5, please?
2.
2. And then a number between 1 and 6, please.
2.
Do you want 2 from the top or 2 from the bottom?
2 from the top.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like the sound of
penguins.
Oh, penguins. Okay, interesting.
Oh,
no.
But you can pass if you don't like the question.
Okay.
What's the most I'm turning into my parents moment for you?
Wow.
Do you want to think about it? Because I can answer this.
Yes.
Or do you want to pass?
No, I'll think about it and then reserve the right to pass.
Okay.
After I've thought about it.
Okay. Well, I've got a few years on you, Alex, haven't I? So I've probably had more of these moments. So there's 2 that stand out for me. The first one is when I realised that we owned more than 2 vacuum cleaners. I don't know, my dad had like 4 or something. And then the other was when I realised that we had more than 1 can of WD-40 in the garage, because my dad, when he passed away, I distinctly remember there was about 12 cans of WD-40 of all different sizes. So those to me,
you can never find one though, can you? You can never find a can when you need one. So you go and buy another one, and then one day you discover where they all go and hide when you're not looking.
Yeah,
they were
all in my dad's garage. So those are mine.
I probably do have an answer to this, and it's probably not a very interesting one, but I find myself turning lights off, but not in my own house. I turn them off in places where they're not needed, like in other people's houses or at work. And that's a bit of a turning into my dad moment, I think. I don't tend to find many lights on in my own house because I'm the only one. I don't leave the lights on and then scold myself for turning them off. Maybe that's an answer.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yes, turning lights off is a good one.
What else do I do?
There's a saying, isn't there, about my parents used to say, oh, it's not a runway or something if you left the landing light on.
Okay, yeah. If you look after the pennies, the pounds look after themselves. That's another good dad phrase.
So essentially you go round other people's houses monitoring their electricity consumption for them. That's a lovely thing to do.
Yeah, I'm like a walking smart meter, aren't I? One of those little smart meter dials that says you're using too much electricity. And I just go and turn things off. Hopefully nothing that's needed, but
nothing that's needed. And then in the office, I hate lights being left on, actually. I'm with you on that one.
Actually, thinking about it, all the lights, they're automated in the office, but I think they go off when I go into a room. They just turn themselves. It's like I've got some sort of force field around me.
They know that you're there. They know you're coming. Oh, well, brilliant then. So we've covered lighting, hoovers, vacuum cleaners, and WD-40.
Actually, I own 2 vacuum cleaners.
Do you?
I just realised, but I have a garage one and a house one.
Yeah. That's the thing. You have like one for the dirty jobs, and then one that you use in your house. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Not sure which one is dirtier though, to be fair. So the garage is probably cleaner than the house in a lot of cases, but.
Oh dear. Well, there we go. How many cans of WD-40 do you own, Alex?
There's definitely at least two, because there's two different types. But yeah, probably loads more. They probably all congregate in a corner in the shed, like a really rubbish version of Toy Story, where everyone looks the same. Yeah, maybe more than two. I'm just going to have a look around and see if there's one in this room.
Oh, there we
No, I don't
go.
think so.
Well, sounds like we're both turning into our fathers. Brilliant. Oh, thanks for joining me, Alex. I should have asked you before if you've got anyone you want to nominate to come on. I didn't ask you that beforehand, so I might be putting you on the spot slightly, even more than with the question.
Which would be a good time to see if our mutual connections on LinkedIn. But I would quite like to see Wallace, actually.
Do you think he'd come on?
Yeah. You have a job to get him on, but
is that a challenge?
Yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah.
I'll reach out to him and see what he thinks. I don't know if he'll have seen any of these. I'll give that a go. Thanks for that, Alex. That's really putting me on the spot there.
Yeah. Good. There's your challenge. Good luck.
All right. Thank you for joining me today. That's been ace. Now I'm thinking about going and counting the WD-40 in the garage and checking I've got more than one can.
Yeah, and if you don't,
I'll see
go out and buy
soon.
one.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.